Have you ever asked yourself, in what way can I be a better chorister? With me today are 10 healthy habits to cultivate as a chorister. You want to be a part of this. After this short break, we'll be back and I'll give you the entire juice. By the way, I upload content like this every other week, so you want to do well to stay subscribed, like, share, and most especially leave a comment below and ensure that you share this with every chorister that you know. Thank you. Alright, welcome back. So we're discussing 10 healthy habits to cultivate as a chorister. The top on the list, number 1, show up for every rehearsal. Even when you feel the rehearsal is too much already, show up. Especially when you're preparing for a special meeting and you have those long series of rehearsal and you feel like, after all, I've been there for this number of days, I can skip this one. No. Show up for every choir rehearsal. This is the best way to encourage your choir director and ensure that the work enjoys speed. Because by the time you miss out on a particular rehearsal, you miss on all that was done in that rehearsal. So the time and energy he should spend doing other things, by reason of progressive rehearsal, he's doing the things that was done in the previous rehearsal. You don't want to be that chorister. You want to support him and encourage him in the best way possible. Number 2 on the list, you want to ensure that even though you have made up your mind to be part of rehearsal, that you are early for every rehearsal. Don't show up 15 minutes to go. Don't show up when it's 10 minutes to close. Don't show up when rehearsal has been long concluded and is about to share the grace and you're showing up. No. Ensure that you show up early for every rehearsal. This is as important as showing up for rehearsal. So as a chorister, one way to ensure that you give in your quota is that you show up early, because your lateness would be taking and stealing time. There is no good excuse for being late for every rehearsal. No matter how important you think your excuse is, there is no good excuse for being late in every given rehearsal. So you want to ensure that you tie the knots as regards to being early. Preferably be earlier than the scheduled time. 10 minutes, 15 minutes is not a bad idea. It helps the work speed up. Do you get? So please be in the habit of showing up early for every given rehearsal. It will help the work that has been committed into the hand of the choir director, and he will love you for it. Yes, I mean it, like love you for it. Number 3, score every song that has been sent out. Don't show up for rehearsal without having scored the song, no matter what your excuse is. Showing up for rehearsal without having scored the song is like showing up to your farmland without an axe or a hoe. Do you get? How do you intend to work? So ensure that every time the song is sent, I know sometimes it could be sent late and sometimes it could be an oversight on your part, or sometimes you are too busy, but you can just play it in the background while you do other things. Ensure that you score the song. Your choir director feels frustrated and he feels taken for granted when you show up without scoring the song. So in case you had been in the habit of not scoring the song, I hope with these 3 points of mine, you will come to repentance and know that it is not a good thing to do. So I'm encouraging you, put in the work, score every song that is sent before the rehearsal time and show up prepared. This way you are an encouragement to your director. Number 4, ensure that you are not organizing an August meeting in the course of rehearsal. By that I mean, ensure that you do not have your special segments of newscasting during the course of rehearsal. Don't engage in talking when it's rehearsal time. The only thing you are permitted to do during rehearsal is sing and sing and sing, especially when you are in rehearsal. So stop being in the habit of having your cliques where it is during rehearsal you now remember all the gist you want to catch up on. It's a wrong thing to do. It's a red flag. When it comes to being a choir member, it's a wrong thing to do. It disconnects your choir director and it makes him feel like you are not serious about the work and you don't want to show up unserious to your choir director. Hold on to the end of rehab before you start with all your numerous gist. Please, I'm begging you on behalf of your choir director. The 5th thing to do is to ensure that you encourage your choir director. Don't go months, weeks, days without encouraging them. Let them know how important you regard them. Let them know how special they are. Let them know how much you celebrate the work that they put in. Let them know how good you feel to be a part of their leadership. Let them know that you see the work that they are doing and that you appreciate them, because honestly it is a lot of work, and it's much easier when they know that the people who they are doing all of this appreciate them. Do you understand? Let them know that you really appreciate them. It is important when they know that you appreciate them, because it gives them such joy and it makes them want to do more. Number 6, ensure that you are in the habit of communicating with your choir director in case of being absent and in case of running late for rehearsal. We know that circumstances may arise, and as a result of this, you may not be available for giving rehearsal. Ensure that you let them know. It's very wrong when you show up for rehearsal late without prior information. It shows that you are unserious. So always communicate with your choir director in case of your absence, in case of your lateness, in case of whatever it is that you are going through that you actually would need encouragement in. Always communicate with them. Don't treat them like they are far away. You don't want to talk to them. When I talk of communicating with your choir director, let them know how you are doing. Once in a while, give them feedback on the many projects that you are doing and how you will need their prayers or assistance. Just ensure that you communicate with them, because it will be so good. It will make them feel carried along. It will make them know that you regard them as their as your leader rather. It will make them know that you celebrate their presence, and it will make them know that you value them. So ensure that you communicate with them. Number 7, ensure that you improve your skill. Ensure that you are growing as a vocalist. Ensure that your vocal warms up are not taken for granted. You put in the personal work behind the scene to ensure that you are growing personally. As a musician, you are doing all that you can to develop your skill in your playing skill and every other aspect. Ensure that you are putting in the work personally. You don't want to always make them do the A to Z of all the work, and in case they give you assignments like do this, ensure that you do it and take it seriously. Ensure that you are honing your skill and growing your skill. Ensure that you are putting in the work and ensuring that you experience a level of growth daily as a vocalist and as a musician. Ensure that you are honing your skills. Having said that, let's move to the next one. Number 8, ensure that as a choir member you are contributing to the peace, progress and unity of your choir. Ensure you are not the one who stirs up strife in the choir. Let there be peace everywhere they find you, and let them regard you as that one who, oh, she doesn't cause trouble, she is a peacemaker. Let that be the words that will be used for you. So ensure that you do this, because as you do this, as you maintain your own part of enabling peace, unity and progress in your choir, your choir director will find it an environment to work. You will find the choir more enjoyable. It will make the work of the choir director easier. Not when they strive to always settle, they strive to always this. It will take the bulk of the time before rehearsal. No, you don't want that. Number 9, be a student of the word. Be a student of the word. And do not just be a student of the word just for the sake of being a student of the word. Grow as a Christian. Ensure that you put in the work in ensuring growth in your personal walk with God. Know what the Bible says and apply the word. It makes you a better person and as well a better choir member. I know you were not expecting it, but it's so important for you to grow as a choir member. Ensure that you have a robust knowledge. Last but not the least, ensure that you pray for your choir director as well as your pastor, because it's not a child's play. It's not a walk in the park to lead people. People can be so difficult and demanding. It's so hard for people to work together, and it takes a lot just trying to gather them to do things together. So your choir director is doing a lot of work. The pain, the effort, the stress, the quest for excellence, all of these things is taking a lot, and you should pray for them that God will enable them to grow in grace. If you feel there are areas where you need your choir director to improve, take it to God in prayer. Prayer has a way of doing things that you cannot do on your own. I know that you were not expecting to hear this, but prayer works wonders. It's important to pray for your choir directors as well as your pastors. They are human as well, although they have been selected to lead. Pray for them that they will not walk in error, that they will not lead the people in error. Ensure that you are investing in prayer. Pray for them because it takes a lot of work, and you do not want to take that for granted. They are doing a lot and they are putting in a lot of work. So be that encouragement to them as you pray for them. All right, so with that, I've come to the end of this video. I want to say thank you for sticking by to the end of this video. I want to encourage you to please make a purchase of my book, Dear Choristers, on my bio on Instagram. Just feel free to follow me, and as well make a purchase of my book, share with every choir member that you know. And I would like that you share this video, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Let me know how you intend to apply all of this that we have shared in today's video. Until I come away next week, ensure that you're doing amazing. Bye, dear chorister.